Hello to all our grade 10 learners and welcome to this business studies lesson where we are going to have a closer look at quality. Specifically 3 concepts: quality, quality assurance and quality control. Now before we start, one interesting fact: did you know that quality products are guaranteed to the consumers under the Consumer Protection Act? And you should know this act by now. Now, the Consumer Protection Act describes or prescribes rather consumer rights. And one of these consumer rights is the right to a safe, good and quality product and service. So before we look at quality, let's take a look at our lesson objectives. For this lesson, we are going to elaborate on the meaning of quality, quality control and quality assurance. We are going to be able to distinguish between quality control and quality assurance. And we will also be able to discuss the importance of quality for any business. Then lastly, we are going to have a look at quality in our business functions. Specifically, we are going to focus in this lesson on the human resource function. Now, this is our concept map for this lesson, where we are going to look at the meaning of quality, quality control and assurance, and also our quality indicators for the human resource management. Now, we always refer to the business functions because the quality indicators of the business functions is actually prescribed by their responsibility. So if you know what every business function does, you should be able to know what the quality indicators is. So this you should already be familiar with. Now we have our 8 business functions. We know already the general management function coordinates the other business function. We know the purchasing function buys all the resources for the business. The production function processes raw materials into finished products. The marketing function does the marketing research and the advertising of products and services. Then our next 4 is public relations function. Our public relation function protects the image of the business and it makes sure that there is properly communicated with all the stakeholders in the business. Human resources, they manage our employees, so they attract and select the best employees for opportunities in the business. Administration function processes data and information, and financial function, of course, works with our funds and our financial assets, all our money. Now, in today's lesson, we are going to specifically focus on the human resource function, but it's good to know this for the lessons going forward. So let's take a look at a few practice questions. If we look at this question, it asks to identify the relevant business function illustrated in each of the statements. Now, the first statement says, the function responsible for the transformation and storage of data and information. Now, we know if we refer to data and information, it can be only one function, and this is our administration function. All right, so this is our first one because it works with data and information. Our second function says, or the second question rather says, the function responsible for the recruitment, selection and appointment of candidates. So remember, the employees are handled by our human resource function. I'm just going to abbreviate it and refer for today to the HR function. Then if we look at our third statement, it says the function responsible for conducting market research and advertising. Now this can only be our marketing function. All right, now the fourth one, the function responsible for buying raw materials and all needed commodities in the business. Now buying is done by our purchasing function. All right, so this is our purchasing function, and they buy all the resources needed in a business. Our last two statements, number 5 says the coordination of all the other business functions in order for the business to reach its goals. And this is, of course, the responsibility of our general management function. Our last statement then says budgeting. So there's our first clue for the financial year and managing the budget closely. So budgeting has to do with a business's finances, and this then will be our financial function. So if you understand what the role of each function is, your understanding of the quality indicators will be so much easier. So today we are going to learn a few new concepts or words. Our first word is quality. So everybody's definition of quality is quite different. We want different things or characteristics in different products. For example, if you take clothes, somebody wants it to fit nicely, somebody else wants it to keep for a long time. So we don't want it to ruin in a week's time or tear or we need to throw it away. So quality is the ability of goods and service to satisfy a consumer's specific need. So we need to know what the consumer's need is in order to deliver a quality product. The second two concepts go hand in hand, and they both have to do with the production function of the business. So the first concept is quality control, and quality control means that we are going to maintain standards in a production system where we manufacture a product and check the standards by testing this product against that standards. So it's a system we install in our business to make sure our products are produced according to specific standards. Then our last one is quality assurance, and this is the continuous testing of the quality of a product. So again, this refers to the production process and how we maintain quality in each phase of our production process. But we are going to have a closer look at these three concepts in our next segment. So before we continue, let's take an ad break.